Welcome to a new Relax and Paint. I'm thrilled to be on with you today, and I'm going to do a little patriotic painting. And I'm on a 12 by 12 canvas, and I'm ready to go. Listen, if you haven't subscribed or ring the bell to know when I'm coming on, please do, because we love to grow new subscribers to learn, who want to learn how to paint. And this is the One Stroke Way with Donna Dewberry. So it's the Donna Dewberry One Stroke channel. So hope you come and join me in the future. If you just dropped by, I'm glad you did. And we're going to get started. Okay. So I have used a sky mist on here. I am using multi-surface paint. These are folk art multi-surface paints. And the greatest part about the multi-surface paints is that it's got a sealer inside of it. So it goes on glass, metal, wood, ceramic, indoors, outdoors, canvas, many surfaces. And so you will fall in love with that part of it. Now, the first thing I want to do is I'm going to sketch in here a basket. I'm going to do like 4 fingers there, 4 fingers here. So we'll come about right there and do a basket shape. Okay. Now, when I'm doing a basket, one thing that I do that makes it way easier is that, like if you're doing a fence or anything that you want to have it even up. Okay. So I kind of do one in the middle and then one on both sides, and the basket weaves, so that's going to kind of help you. All right. So I've got floating medium because we use floating medium instead of water. So I put a little bit of floating medium in here, and it's we have in the 8-ounce bottles and the 2-ounce bottles. And that is, you can get all of my supplies on One Stroke, because this is One Stroke painting, all of it on onestroke.com. Okay. I'm going to move this over here and put my paints. I'm using a coffee latte and a burnt umber. And so I'm going to pick up, I was wanting a 16. I should have pulled those out before I got started. All right, so I want to use a 16 flat. You can get most of my brushes in a set. This is an inexpensive brush, and it is bought by itself, unless you buy my big set of brushes. All right, so what I'm going to do, one thing that kind of helps you is let's get this whole area. Let's do this. Let's just base coat it in. All right, with some medium. All right, so I just go ahead and I put this in here because as we stroke, this makes it look like it's fuller because the background's got color in it, okay? Than trying to cover the whole thing. Okay, so there we are. And that's a coffee latte. All right, now I'm just going to put a little bit of white out. You can buy a few of the paints. You can look for them that we use a lot, and 8 ounces. All right, then you tap this to spread it out. And so as I'm stroking, I'm going to side stroke the second color. Okay, or it might be burnt umber and coffee latte. So remember, I said I'm going to do one in the middle. All right. So we pull one down, one on the 2 ends. All right. And we do a little in the middle. Okay. That kind of evens it up. Now, I am going to do, I might not use too much of the burnt umber, but I'm going to come out here and go past the first one, under this one, over this one, under this one. I get white and burnt umber over this and across the back of there. So that looks better to put a little bit of white there. All right, so I get burnt umber and a little bit of white. So now this one is coming and it's going to go inside of here and cross over to there. So burnt umber with a little bit of white. We go under this one. And we're going to come short of that. All right, so let's put some more white right in here. Did that work? A little bit. Burnt umber, a little bit of white. Now we're going to repeat the top. Okay. Repeat the top. All right. And it rolls all the way on the outside. Okay. So burn umber and a little bit of white. So we go back to this one right here. Goes right there. Over there. And there. Right. So I can come here and add a little bit more white. Okay. And on the bottom, since I just have a little spot there, I can pick up both of these burnt umber and coffee latte, and I can come right along here and fill in that bottom area. Okay. Just like a rope. Up here's going to be fine because we're going to hang flowers over it. All right. So that's the first part. I'm going to pull it down just a little bit so that this can go right here. Now, what I can do is sometimes I'll cut down here. Did I mess that up? Yep, I messed that up. See, I caught myself, so that's a good thing. All right. So then this one was across here and across here. Sorry. But then I'm going to put this right here. Now I fix it. All right. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put some greens in here. Now I put them in my double loader. I put a floating medium in the middle there. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a couple of these greens. So I'm going to go in between the two. And then if I don't have any more space, so I can come right over here and work it in. All right. I'm going to put a little citrus in there. All right. So look what's going to happen. I'm going to do right here, push hard, stand up, and turn. So watch this. I'm going to pick up paint. Pick up. I can work it in here. A little bit of citrus. Work that in. I'm going to put that a little bit more. All right. So we kind of put the green all out to the side here. All right. Now, one thing I want to do, say I want to put some hydrangea in here. And so I can take the cobalt and some light blue like I have in the background, and I can do a hydrangea there, another one here, and another one here. Okay, I'm gonna put some roses in here, and we'll put a little bit of hydrangea in here. So same thing again, we want to fill this in so we have a nice background color in here. All right. And I'm going to do a couple stems up here. And so they would be kind of like this. See how I'm flipping that brush? This is some blue on the outside. Okay, and then the red roses will be there. All right, there's going to be some white in those blue. All right. And I do want to come right in here. And this is sap. And what's going to happen is that we're going to put those red roses on here. So I want to have the in between the roses. I want to have that dark green so you have color between those. Okay, that kind of fun. All right, so I'm going to stop right there, and I am going to let that dry just a little bit, and I can come in here with this. Let's put a little bit of the brown out here. So put a little bit of brown out here. Okay, so I'm going to come in here a little bit more brown. There we go. Okay, so we just have it kind of like sitting, right? All right, so now I'm going to get my 12 flat. And let me show you what's going to happen. I'm going to come in here with my, this is my double loader. And it's a one-stroke double loader. The cool thing about it, I don't know where I have, oh, here, there's a lid that will save this paint and you can use it again. And in the lid, you dampen this and you put it there and it gives moisture into the paint, and it's ready for next time you want to paint. So most of these were already in there since last week. So I was just gonna share that with you. All right, so I'm gonna come in here with the darker blue. This is cobalt. And I'm going to go on the outside edge. And I'm going to put some darker blue, the cobalt, in this area here. All right, so I'm going to come right in here. All right, see, I filled in that area. Okay, so then I'm going to come around up here. Is that dark? All right, let's do one more. Okay, so we're going to come along the edges. Okay, and with this blue, I'm going to come in and put some white in those stalk flowers, but right now I'm just going to do this. This is just some fun, quick little 4th of July or any red, white, blue item you want to celebration. Okay, so I'm going to take these colors slowly. And so now I'm going to come right in here. This is the background color. It was a sky mist. Or you can add white even to the old color. All right, so we're gonna just slip, slap, slip, slap, slip, slap. Okay, get some more of that sky mist. So see how this is one of the colors in the background? All right. All right, some over here. So see, you go into this wet. Now I would do one at a time unless you're quicker like I am, because they'll start drying up and you want it to be wet so that it can take this color and pick up the underneath color. And then this comes in here with some pretty light blue. All right, so let's get some white. So I've got the blue on my brush with some white. All right, so let's get some more white. Okay, make sure you have some white here so you see the difference of when they touch. It's either darker and lighter or lighter. Okay, so we're going to put some white in here. Put a little bit more white. There you go. And a little bit of white in here. Okay. So they looked like hydrangeas, but you saw they were very simple. All right. You take the glare off this a little bit. Okay, now the next thing is I'm just going to pick up white and do some little dabbing in here for these snapdragons, like their stock flower. All right, so we're going to come in here. So see how we're getting this a stalk effect. All right. Now I can come right in here. All right, separating it just a little bit. Okay, so now what I need to do is I needed to wash this brush, and I'm going to come up with this little citrus. All right, so the citrus, look, I'm going to touch it. Just a little bit. So look, we're going to tap, tap, tap. All right, so that gives you a little bit of the green in there. All right. I can also put a few green leaves. We're going to go little stroke leaves here. A little bit of green. See how pretty that makes it? All right. All right, so see, that's looking kind of pretty. All right, now I'm going to go back to the 16. And one thing that kind of helps is I'm going to grab the two colors, apple red and berry white, and I'm going to work it in. I'm going to work it in, work it in. So I'm going to have two ways to show you. All right, so this is the apple red, which is really bright. See that? And the berry wine is underneath. You see that? All right, so you want to keep that berry wine and apple red. See how the apple red pops, it stands out. So you gotta keep getting lots of fresh apple red. Okay. All right. All right, see, I dip it into apple red each time. Okay, so let's talk about this now. I picked up the both colors again. So I'm going to go one. Let's pick up red. That's up and over. There's a U. Now I'm going to come out here and go again. There's a U and a few little strokes. Isn't that kind of nice? Okay. So I am going to put a couple little white flowers. And to get these white flowers, I start with citrus green. And I'm going to pick up white. All right. So I'm going to come right here and get little bits of white. Get some more white. And get citrus. Oh, that one got a little blue in there, didn't it? Let's get citrus and white. All right, so I'm dipping white. Isn't that kind of pretty, bringing that white in there? All right. Just get a little bit here. All right, so there you go. I like to always come in, not always, but it's kind of fun to come in with some curly cues. So I'm going to pick up some sap green, make it inky. Oh, wait, with water. And put a few curls in there to finish this off. I think those are some pretty colors for the season. All right. And we put a few little dots in the center. Little teeny dots. There you go. I'll see you on Friday. Bye-bye.